This is the second part. In the first part, where I'm just installing these pallet collar in situ composting sort of worm beds, I think I got slightly distracted by one of the bees that was from the apiary here, so I had to cut that one short. But bit of an update since that video. What I've done here, I think I've 5 of these pallet collars. They're 1.2 meters long and 900 millimeters wide. So they're about a square metre each container, and then I've got the brewer's waste and the wood chip in there, so that's raised it by about 200 millimetres, and then I've put a layer of cover, sort of layer of wood chip on top, and then reinstated these sedum trays. So it's immediately created a massive sort of raised bed, and that material will be breaking down in a couple of weeks. The worms will move in, so it's a quite efficient way of composting, but you do need some sort of raised bed just to contain it. But obviously you can reuse those, and once the beds are established, you don't really need that, because the roots and the plants will kind of bind it together, and all you can do is just sort of round off the edges so it sort of doesn't collapse. But then obviously you can raise up the level of wood chip in the paths, so it doesn't need to be raised. It's just initially it gives you some structure to fill in with the organic matter. And you can see the material around the base is really breaking down quite nicely. It's really quite moist, so it's great for wood lice, fungi, and all the other kind of soil life to keep breaking that down. So I quite like these pallet collars. They're a bit small for a small bed, for a raised bed, but for a school garden they might be quite nice because they're easy to manage and they're not too overbearing. If you've got large beds, it's a bit off-putting, especially if you're starting, or if you're new to gardening. I think there's some wasps down the other end, so I'm leaving those to it. I've got another bag of brewer's waste, and I really want to top it up. And then just beyond the tray on the path there, you've got scaffold boards and the trays. Just to the left, there's a cold frame I need to dismantle and set up at the school garden as well. What I've done here, of the bricks, I've taken out that little narrow path and made this one a little bit wider. I'm not really worried about that, because really what I want to do is dig these out once the material's composted down. But I'm putting the green roof planters on top, so it just sort of keeps it looking a bit more attractive. Good. Once again, thanks for watching. The raised beds around there, I've just started to prize those out. I want to take those apart and then move those raised beds onto the school garden, so it gives me something to fill in. And there's a little robin there. Good. Undoing all those years of work.